Wow, I need caffeine. What is going on, guys? It's currently 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and today we are back on the wedding grind. We got another wedding today. I'm currently in my room in Cambridge, Ohio, basically because the wedding actually is literally like one exit down from my house back home in Cambridge. So, back here, been going through the paperwork all this morning, getting all that organized, making sure my music's all good to go for this wedding. Charging up the donor wireless DMX receivers because we just used them Thursday at the beach night, so need to make sure they're fully charged up and ready to go for this simple, clean wedding setup for today. Should be a good time. One of the major issues I have with coming home is there's never like food that I eat here, which means I resort to frozen pizzas or fast food. Not good. Let's go down the basement. You guys haven't been down the basement. I feel like the basement hasn't been in a gig log in like forever. Wow, we really don't have anything in the basement. Everything is like at my apartment right now, but this is, if you guys remember, so I still have the cable totes, but here we got the Eons, got the sub poles here for the 15s and the 12s. I probably should take those down to Athens with me. The broken light, the old lights. Here's the box for the Chavez Show Express receiver. Need to create a case for that. This is also still for sale, guys. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, my American Audio VMS 4.1. Everything's already loaded up. Basically, I loaded all the equipment up yesterday when I went to leave to come back here. So I loaded up. I got the SRX tops. We're taking just the SRX tops. The Pioneer mixer, like always. Facade, pars, and wash moving heads. We're not using the big movers, and we're also not using the haze machine because it's a wedding. For general note, this is my personal preference, but my general note for people that are doing lighting for weddings, focus on just like wash room ambient lighting. Don't worry about lasers. Stay away from lasers. Don't use lasers at weddings unless they ask for them. And stay away from like dot fixtures. Reasons for staying away from dots and lasers. They put dots and laser dots all over everything in the room, which looks terrible on photos. And there are a ton of photos taking place at weddings, so you really don't want that. And especially the photographers will not like that at all. Also, don't know if I mentioned in the beach night gig log, but I picked up this right here to basically organize my cables and basically be more consistent. So this is a cable filing bag. It's pretty expensive, but it's pretty heavy duty as well. And this basically fits almost all the cables I need for my standard setup for doing either the homecoming dances you guys have seen or even the wedding I'm about to go do, the wedding's going or any of those bar gigs I've been doing. This fits all the cables I need. The mics are in here as well. The surge protectors are on the side over here, but it doesn't fit my DMX cables. So all of my DMX cables are in here now, and also a couple extra extension cords and extra IAC cables. Alrighty, guys, it's that time. Time to head out to the wedding. Whoa, overexposure like no tomorrow. Comment below. How many of you guys get like really excited and anxious when you're going to a gig? I every time, it doesn't matter what gig I'm going to, I just get so hyped because I know I get to hop behind the decks and play music that people are gonna love and entertain. I'm excited. I get really excited for weddings because I get to announce. That's weird for me to say that because I used to be the most scared person ever to jump on the mic. But like, I really love getting on the mic at weddings. So much fun. Call me hashtag hype man. Alright, let's get on the road. Okay, we're here. Let me go figure out, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Let me go figure out how we're gonna get in here because it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna get in, but we'll figure it out. Okay, well that was completely hassle-free. The door's already unlocked, so that was great. I'm setting up in the corner over here, so probably gonna run XLRs, and I'll show you guys here in a second, but I'm gonna take the first bags in, set you guys up in a spot where you guys can get a time lapse of me rolling everything in, and we'll get started on setup here. setting up in this corner over here. I don't like this backdrop at all, but I don't have anything to cover it up. Wish me luck. I'm gonna set you guys up to do a time lapse, and we'll watch me set up, basically. Like I said, I always go in the audio first, so we want to get the speaker set up, and then we'll do lighting after that. Sounds all good to go. Love these SRX series speakers. So crystal clear, love it. So now just moving on to setting up lighting. So set you guys up, you can watch me time lapse of lighting. Okay guys, so basically I went ahead, I raised the T-bars, taped down all the cables, got the facade set up, and also did all of my pre-programming with the lighting, basically setting the moving spots and the static gig color. So let's take you on the tour of what equipment we're using tonight. Starting over here on the right hand side, we got a JBL SRX 815P. Up top we have two American DJ Mega Tripar Pluses and one ProDJLighting Wash Moving Head that is running on a wireless donor DMX receiver right there. All those are linked together, and then just one power cord comes down here. The SRXs are on top of an onstage steel speaker stand with onstage scrims, black HOSA Edge XLRs running for all the audio. Furman power strip right there, comes back here, plugs in to this outlet over here, and the XLR obviously heads over to the mixer board. Moving on over to the other side of the head table here, we have another SRX 815P, on-stage scrim, on-stage stand, HOSA Edge XLR cables, two more American DJ Mega Tripar Pluses, another ProDJLighting Wash Moving Head, that's an MHH5. Not using the other Furman on this side, just have a standard power strip. Get that cable out of the way so it doesn't hit that switch in the middle of the night. This one comes back, plugs into this outlet over here. XLRs, the HOSA Edge XLRs head over to here, come around, and come up into the mixer board. This is something I started doing every time I plug into an outlet now. I make sure I tape the heck out of it to the wall, because I've had a couple of scenarios at the club where we do the club night at the bar where it's fallen out. So now I have it duct taped to the wall. I always do that now. Little pro tip for you guys, because taping them there, one, keeps it plugged in if the outlet's loose. Two, if someone accidentally trips on that cable, they're not going to rip it out of the wall. And three, if someone wants to come and try and charge their phone, they don't unplug your electrical. I know a couple of my buddies, Kalen, Marcellus though, he's told me that at one of his homecomings, literally a girl walked up, unplugged his subwoofer, and plugged in her phone to charge. Working our way, we'll start down and then up. So we got the Furman power strip there. We got 4 American DJ Par profiles, the custom made facade that I made myself. Here is our Chavez Show Express running on my HP Spectra X360 laptop. Chavez Show Express X Pro or whatever. Extra duct tape, keys, business cards, extra batteries for the wireless mics. Moving on over, we have the GTD audio wireless microphones. That rack is down there below the SZ. Pioneer DDJ SZ. Serato running on HP NV DV7 17-inch laptop. This thing really needs upgraded within the next year here. Also, we're going to be running Virtual DJ on the side laptop, plugged into the headphone jack, running into channel 4 on the SZ. That'll be for dinner music, because auto mixing is way better in Virtual DJ than it is on Serato. One of the last things here, we got the DBX drive rack PA2. Got my phone charger built into the case. If you haven't seen the case build, go check out the case build. It talks about everything that's in this. And then we have a wired microphone. This is an Audio Technica wired microphone. Links to all the equipment I'm using in the description down below. So now let me grab the iPad and I'll take you guys through what we're running on the DBX drive rack. Okay, when I said I was gonna go straight to the iPad, I lied. I actually went through and just did my sound check. So basically how I do my sound check is I run a song. So what I do is I come out here, middle of the dance floor, or back of the dance floor really. I have the speakers pointed in. They're not right now, but like imagine they were pointed in. So I have them pointed in at me, and this is going to be the center of the dance floor. So I crank up my mixer to 0 dB at its loudest point. This is what I do. I sit there and I draw the graphic EQ to my ear how I like it. As you can see here, we're adding a lot of bass and we're taking out a lot of mids and highs because these things can scream on the high end. And in a room like this, I really don't want them screaming. So I turn them down, I crank up the bass because we're not using any subs. And that was the graphic EQ I thought sounded great for this room. Now the next thing I do is I go to the crossover, and I always have a crossover set at 30 Hertz with a 48 octave roll off. So, and then the highs are running completely through the tops because that's based on the graphic EQ. And what I mess around with here is the gain. So right now, basically I can run these up to, they will start peaking when I have the gain set at between -2 and -1 dB for most of the graphic EQing that I do. So when I'm standing right here, I'm listening to these speakers. I want them to be loud, but I don't want them to be ear-piercing loud. So I'm listening to them and I adjust the crossover to the point where it's loud, but it's not ear-piercing. And that happened to be at -8.5. Going great, how about yourself?
Good.
That happened to be at -8 dB. So we're running them at -8.6 actually dB tonight. And if I have to crank them up, I can push them all the way to -2 dB if I really want to, but I probably won't. Next thing I do in the audio check is I grab the wireless microphone and I go stand where they're gonna be doing toast, and that happens to be right there. And I go to this little thing right here called anti-feedback suppression. And what I do is I sit there with the mic, I stand there, and I go through and just do check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, while the anti-feedback suppression is creating all of these filters to cancel out feedback. I could also run this in live mode where it live cancels feedback, but I like to do the fixed filters, and it seems to work really great. So I do that there, and then after I'm done there, I go walk out front where I'm going to probably be doing announcements and make sure it's good there, and then I come back here. That's basically the sound check in itself. Everything's all set up, ready to go. The DBX drive racks are all configured. It is 5 o'clock. I have 25 minutes, so I'm gonna go get changed real quick, and I will catch you guys in a minute. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. Whenever you're giving announcements to the crowd, go to a central area if you're not the center of the room. So like, the central area here is right in front of the head table. So whenever I go to do announcements that aren't introductions, I go over there. I just turn the music down a little bit and go over there. So, a little pro tip for you guys.
Hello everyone, everyone to the recording and wedding reception. Thank you, Director North Stand. Of course, to my left, we're getting started here with introductions. It's time to welcome in our newest Mr. and Mrs. Porter in a Bay. Okay, now this time I need my bridal party to make their way up to the dance floor. Where's my bridal party? Alright, bridal party, let's invite everyone else in the room up to the dance floor. Let's get the party started. Come on, join me. Let's have fun. Or course accepting credit cards. He'll keep it for you and take it on side of you and then I'll bring it back to you. With that said, this is the holiday. Come on up and join in the dance with the choreographer.
throwing on that last extra song that are gonna make this night memorable for everyone that's here. They were chanting Ohio, O-H-I-O in the thing, so I had to throw it on. And that is everything. Tore everything down and loaded it up in an hour flat. So that's everything here from the Eagles Club in Cambridge, Ohio. Corey and Ann, if you guys are watching this video, thank you guys very much for having me. I had an amazing time with you guys and we had a blast. Anyways guys, I'll give you guys a conclusion, finish out this whole entire video when we get back home. And we're back. Let me Okay, so now we can close out this video. I want to leave you guys with one last little pro tip for you guys. After every one of the events, mostly weddings, this specifically applies to weddings strongly, but this also works for all the other events that you do. Go up to the bride and groom or whoever organized the event and thank them after the event. And at a wedding, I always like to go up to the bride and groom, say congratulations, thank you guys for having me. They say thank you back and forth. And then I slip in there, hey, I would really appreciate it if you guys liked my service, if you went to my Facebook page and left a review, and I'll be sure to text you guys on Monday to remind you guys to do that. And because a lot of times, about like 80% of the weddings, the bride and groom's probably a little bit drunk, so their memory's not fully there, they're enjoying the moment, so I always leave that. I'll email them or text them, normally I do both, to ask them to leave a review. This night specifically was amazing. This night just was another reminder of why I love DJing, and specifically this wedding specifically just reminded me of how much I miss doing weddings. It's just so much fun mixing the old school tracks with the new school tracks, and it's so much fun, and it was a nice refresher from all of the junk we've been DJing lately with all the rap, hip hop, trap, and that. It was nice to finally get back to some old school, a little bit country, and have a good time and a fun time DJing. I enjoyed it a lot, and the crowd seemed to be very responsive as well. We are going to be continuing to do the bar gig every other Thursday right now. Still every other Thursday, so there's a lot of those bar gigs that are going to be coming out, and if you guys have a better idea for how to make like recaps of that, or what specifically you want to see from it, that way it doesn't get stale. We are going to be changing the theme up probably every one or two on those, so the theme's going to be different. It's going to be a different theme for the night, but it's basically filming the same setup, the same thing over and over, and the kind of the same type of music that's going to be played with a little bit of variance and change up of when songs are played in order and stuff like that. But if you guys got any like suggestions for how or what you want to see from those bar club gigs that we're doing at Pigskin, leave it down in the comment section below. That way they don't get stale. I'm afraid they're gonna get stale. If you're not already following me on social media, right here is my Instagram and Snapchat. Feel free to hit me up on there. Snapchat is basically my life. I'm on Snapchat every single day, posting something normally. Posting questionnaires and stuff and polls, showing you guys new equipment that I might have just got in the mail. Overall, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're not part of the notification squad, make sure you turn on that bell. That way you will get notified every time I post a new video as soon as I post it. That way you're part of the first people to get on there. That way you're one of the first people to ask comments, the first one for me to get a reply to. I mean, I reply to every single comment question you guys leave in the comment section below. So if you ever feel free to leave a question in the comment section down below, I will answer it. I always do. And overall, guys, like always, my name is DJ Rick Webb. Keep them records spinning, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Wow.